What happens when you combine battery rental infrastructure, digital advertising, and decentralized communications into one network? You get Voltage Nexus. Every generation builds infrastructure, roads, railroads, cellular networks, the internet. Today, a new network is being built, not by corporations, by people, by communities, by partners. Battery rentals create utility. Advertising creates scale. Infrastructure creates long-term value. This isn't just a kiosk. It's a growing network, a growing platform, a growing movement. One city, one community, one kiosk at a time. The future is being built. The only question is, will you help build it?
Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm very excited about what we have to share with everybody tonight. And that's Voltage Nexus. Maybe you're here for the first time and you have no idea what this is about. Maybe you have no idea how you got here. Regardless, we're happy you're here. I share a little bit about myself. My name is Mitchell Tucker, and a lot of you on the call may know me and may know me well. But for those of you that maybe do not know me, I'm a former law enforcement officer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'd like to be considered an infrastructure builder, and maybe you would be too after the end of this call. I'm the co-founder of a security firm called Intact Security and OTech Surveillance. And I'm also the founder of Voltage Nexus. You know, I did not build Voltage Nexus to sell battery rental kiosk machines. Right? That is not the goal here. I built it to help create community-owned infrastructure. Something with longevity, something you can be proud of. A real business, real infrastructure with real vision. So the question is, what if you could go back? Every single generation has been involved in building some form of infrastructure. We could go back and look at the telegraph, the railroads, our modern road systems, the internet, cellular networks. Every generation has had their hand in some form of infrastructure. Now, along the way, a lot of people chose to participate. Most didn't. You know, I have a little bit of experience and knowledge in this because my grandfather was one that did. You know, back in the day, maybe you didn't know this was an opportunity, but back in the day, you could have actually bought a strategic piece of property. He went in with a group of people, bought this strategic piece of property. They all invested. They put up a cell tower, and then they got residual every single month based on the data that cell phone tower and the coverage that cell phone tower provided. You know, fast forward a little while later, a big company, I think it was Sprint at the time, came in and they offered to buy them out. They voted on it, and they all sold out. Why? Because that big company understood the power of infrastructure. If my grandfather and the other people that he did that with understood how powerful it was going to be in the future, they probably wouldn't have sold, but they did. So this is first and foremost not a battery rental company. It is a community-owned infrastructure. Battery rental is simply the first service. It is the front-facing utility. It's what you see when you look at the machine. What we're really doing is we're tapping into three massive industries with one community-owned network: battery rental, digital advertising, and decentralized communication. And you may be sitting here thinking, really, is battery rental much of an opportunity, Mitchell? I've never even heard of this. Why would someone rent batteries? Well, let me explain something to you. But before we go into detail, I want to tell you, I want you to fact check me. I hope you have a pen and paper in front of you, and I want you to take notes, and I want you to fact check me. Have you ever sat on a Zoom and listened to any opportunity and the person on the other side of the Zoom told you, hey, when you get off the call, I want you to go to ChatGPT. I want you to check everything that I'm telling you. And if I'm not 100% accurate, or if you believe I lied, I want you to come back on next week and tell everybody, right? The Q&A is open at the bottom. So I want you to do your own homework. But battery rental is a very, very large opportunity. I probably don't need to tell you that our entire modern life runs on mobile devices. 6.9 billion smartphone users. The average user checks their phone 96 times a day, and over 5 hours they spend on their phone. As ridiculous as it is, battery anxiety is real, and Voltage Nexus is the solution. So it's a proven global industry. The industry already exists. The North American network does not. We have minimal presence and a massive opportunity here in North America. But if we go look at Asia, we can see the proven market over there. Energy Monster, one of China's leading shared power bank operators, reported more than 656 million charging orders in 2023, showing massive consumer adoption of shared charging infrastructure. I want to point something out. They did not say $656 million. They said 656 million rentals. Okay. Now let's just assume that everyone rented it for 1 hour and this company only charged $2. You understand that one company is representing billions of dollars flowing through it just from battery rentals. The question is not whether the industry works. The question is who will build the network here in North America. The perfect locations already exist. The network doesn't need to be invented. These venues are already there, and I'm going to show you exactly why they would happily take these from you. Now remember, we're not selling anything. As a Voltage Nexus partner, your sole job is to give free things away. You're going to give these machines away to bars, coffee shops, airports, hospitals, office buildings, bowling alleys, gyms, so on and so forth, absolutely free. Matter of fact, we already have early venue commitments already in place. We already have partners that's reached out to different venues and locked in their location. And the response that we're getting from these venues is absolutely phenomenal. Digital marketing. Let's touch base on this. The second industry that we're tapping into. Probably don't need to tell you that it's a massive one. U.S. digital advertising reached nearly $300 billion in 2025. That represents 13.9% year-over-year growth. Now, this slide isn't to convince you that digital marketing is a big opportunity. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows it is a massive industry. But what I want to point out is it's a 13.9% year-over-year growth. Not only is there opportunity, but it is wide open. With that kind of growth, there is so many incredible opportunities. Local advertising is broken. If you've ever owned a business yourself, I have firsthand experience in this. We have spent thousands and thousands of dollars and not seeing great results at all. Newspaper ads, billboards, radio ads, agency contracts, they're too expensive, too broad, too hard to track, and they're just simply not worth it. We have the solution with Voltage Nexus. The new way is affordable, targeted, and effective. So once these kiosks are placed, people can run ads on the kiosk. The consumer simply selects the venue. They upload their ad. They choose their radius, 5 miles, 10 miles, 30 miles. They can run a nationwide campaign, and they launch. And their ads go live on kiosks across the country or within their radius. Now, you as a partner who's placing these kiosks get paid. Every time someone purchases an ad or rents a battery on your kiosk, you get paid. Now, you're probably sitting there thinking, I really don't want to go out and sell ads, Mitchell. I don't want to actively work this business like it is a 9-to-5, and I don't blame you. And that's why we've structured it the way that we have. As partners, you have one responsibility. Get the kiosk and give it away. After you give it away, your job is done because we're going to handle the customer service. We're going to handle the firmware updates and running the kiosk, and we're also going to handle selling the ads. Now, you're more than welcome to sell the ads, but there's multiple paths to that. We're partnering with marketing agencies that are nationwide. These marketing firms have agreed to come on and use our ad slots on our kiosk as their own digital assets, meaning that they can sell those ads for us. When they sell the ads, you as the